So hi everyone. Today I kind of wanted to go back in time because I started this channel way into the process of actually starting this business, and I want to explain a little bit where my thoughts were, but as well how I raised the money and how I found the people that believed in me and things like that. I ended up working in a boutique property in the countryside in Virginia and was a chef there for 3 years. I discovered that I enjoy working with a concept that has multiple income streams, or not just being a restaurant, but as well a hotel and weddings and stuff, like corporate treats. So every day is different. There's not one day is the same. And I learned over the years too that running a restaurant, or just a restaurant, profit margins aren't always great. And for me, I was looking for something that had multiple income streams. So yeah, I really enjoy working there. I still currently consult for this company as well. And that's when I start looking for a similar project, like an inn or a boutique hotel. I paid someone in the time to help me find something, and help me write a business plan and help me raise the money. And it's the second time I hired someone to do this, and I learned that the best way to raise money is doing it yourself. So I learned a lot in the years, because this took years. I'm talking about 5-6 years ago. I was looking at a property, a beautiful 17-acre property that I brought some investors to. They all had kind of some interests, but it was in a different state, what at the end kind of was a problem for them. And they were like, you know what, can't we do something here in Virginia? And I believed so much in this place that I was like, guys, I will go and talk to the owner and see if there's no way that I can partner, because I really believe in this property. So that's what I did. I left the place where I worked, and I told the owners that, look, I know we've been working with you guys for 1.5 years on trying to purchase this place. The investors, they weren't following me, so isn't there a way to do it ourselves? I know you guys are still emotional with the property, so maybe I can just partner with you guys. That was another, mistake of mine, but if you don't try, you will never know. So a year and 3 months in, the emotions were too big, and it was just not the right fit for both of us. That when lawyers get involved to write contracts, and people, they get too emotional in business. For me, I was like, I can't continue to do this. So in the meantime, I was introduced to another property, and I was introduced to another individual with money that was interested to come by and eat with me and stay the night. And they were looking maybe to invest in the property I was trying to work with in the different states. But then, 2 weeks in, I decided to step out of this property and bring this potential investor to the other property back in Virginia. And that's the property where we are right now. That took me months again, like negotiating. I had 3 people with interests and at least looking at it, and I've been cold emailing to people, that I was introduced to, I got emails from. I probably did 40, 50 people that, you know, that I knew or I was introduced to or I was given the number to. I remember I drove 6 times to a property from a person that had interest, and he expressed interest in an email, but then never responded on my calls and emails. So I decided to drive to his property. The first time the gate was closed, nobody answered the bell, nothing. I did the second time, I wasted my time, I thought, but I kept on going back until the 5th time. He literally drove out of his estate while I was at the gate, so he couldn't escape me this time. And then from there on, you know, the relationship started, and I still know this person as a friend, as a loyal friend, and a business owner. Ended up not moving forward with him, but that's what it takes to raise money. It's the hardest job in the world. It's the hardest thing in the world. And if you're not made, if you're a quitter, it's not going to work. So at the end of the day, I ended up with the 3 potential investors, and I had the luxury to sign off with the people that really believed in the vision and in my vision. So that's where we are now, and with those people I moved forward, and we ended up purchasing the property, and we are in the phase now of putting the entire site plan together. We're working on the marketing. We are working with architects, with landscape designer, with interior designers, and a construction company. So we are underway to do this project, multi-million-dollar project. But yeah, it takes a lot of courage, and I definitely had times that I was like, I had no idea how to deal with this. I was definitely planning to give up multiple times, but there was only my long-term vision, and I can only continue. And then I was like, well, if they wrote me an email one day, there must be some interest, otherwise people don't waste their time in doing that. So, you know, we are now 4 years later, you know, so it is definitely something that takes time, definitely with a project of that size. But never give up, and always stay positive, and, you know, I always say as well, be good in something, in one thing, you know, in a niche thing, and build your brand around this, and, you know, create a following. So when you try to find partners or investors, they can go and see who you are, what you've done. They can hear from people. They see other people are interested in what you're doing. So, and another thing, what I heard when from my partners is that they partner with me because I already failed in life and in business, but as well that I'm persistent and I don't give up. So if you have bad news from one thing, you can't just say, okay, that was it. It's not. It's just the beginning of something magical. So never give up in business. If something doesn't go through, that's fine. There's multiple other opportunities. And yeah, I'm very happy to announce that I'm starting full-time on the property now in a week and a half, September 1st. So you will see a lot more content. It's been a little quiet in the last 2 weeks because I have so much stuff behind the scene happening that I didn't really have time to record. That's why I'm doing it while I'm driving. But exciting stuff. We are currently working with the marketing, and the next video I really want to talk about the different steps that I took to purchase the property, to convince the partners to work with me, the performance for the business, the story behind the business. A property like that really needs an experience built for the property, a story, and building your own brand too. I really believe this is one of the most important things, is building your own brand, that you have a face, you have a voice, and you create a story, and that story will be followed and will be listened to by many people. So right. Well, let's do another video this week. I will see you all then. See ya.